You know, the human body it's just an incredible machine, isn't it? Capable of such amazing movement. But what happens when that natural ease, that fluidity, starts to fade over time? Well, today we're going to explore a scientifically backed method to get it back, to unlock what your body is truly capable of.
So let's just jump right in with a question that, well, it's going to sound a little crazy. What if I told you the key to fixing, say, 95% of your mobility problems involves no movement at all? Yeah, I know, it sounds completely backwards, but stick with me because the science on this is absolutely fascinating.
I mean, check this out. There's this groundbreaking study. It was in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, and they found that after just 12 weeks of this kind of targeted training, a mind-blowing 95% of older adults, we're talking 65 to 80 years old, saw real, measurable improvements in their day-to-day movement. 95%. And it's not just a one-off thing. The Mayo Clinic, one of the best in the world, did their own study. They found adults over 60 saw a 34% jump in their overall mobility. And get this, it only took 8 weeks and about 10 minutes a day. That's it. So you might be thinking, well, what about just regular stretching? Here's the kicker. A massive analysis in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, they looked at almost 16,000 people, found that this method, it's not just a little better, it's 47% more effective than traditional stretching. That is a huge difference. Okay, so what is this magic method? What's the secret sauce here? Well, it's something scientists call isometric holds. You can think of it as the stillness solution. And the reason it works so well is that it's doing two things at once. It's making your muscles stronger, and it's rewiring your nervous system. It's getting right to the root of the problem, not just masking the symptoms. So what exactly is an isometric exercise? It's actually super simple. It's when you hold a position, completely still. Your muscles are working, they're under tension, but the joint itself isn't moving. This does two really critical things. First, it strengthens muscles right where they're weakest. And second, and this is the big one, it rebuilds that connection between your brain and your muscles, a connection that can get a little fuzzy over time. It's basically teaching your body how to move right again. All right, that's enough of the science for a minute. Let's get practical. How do you actually do this? We're going to count down the top 5 most important foundational holds. And we're going to start from the ground up, literally by rebuilding the foundation of all our movement, our lower body. Kicking things off at number 5, we've got the classic wall sit. I know, it might look simple, but don't let that fool you. This thing is an absolute powerhouse for mobility. It's teaching your big leg muscles, your quads, your glutes, your hip flexors, how to work together again. In the exact way you need them to for everyday stuff like just getting up out of a chair.
So what problem is this actually solving? Well, it targets something called quad dominance deficiency. It's a fancy term, but the idea is simple. As we get older, our quads can get a little lazy, a little weak. So what happens? Other muscles, like our hips and lower back, have to pick up the slack. And that compensation, that's a one-way ticket to tight hips and an aching back. The wall sit basically reminds your quads how to do their job.
Okay, so how do you do it? Super easy. Find a wall. Put your back flat against it. Walk your feet out about 2 feet. Then, just slide down until your thighs are parallel with the floor. Or, hey, just go as low as feels comfortable for you. The key is to make sure your knees are right over your ankles. You don't want them creeping forward. And here's an important tip. Research shows it's more about how long you hold it, not how low you go. So aim for 30 to 60 seconds and just breathe. All right, coming in at number 4 is the glute bridge hold. Now we're targeting what is, for many people over 60, one of the biggest problem areas, the glutes. Getting these muscles firing correctly, it's absolutely essential for having a strong back and walking smoothly. This move is the perfect antidote for something physical therapists call gluteal amnesia. And yes, it's a real thing. It's like your brain literally forgets how to turn on your glute muscles. And this isn't some rare condition, it affects a staggering 73% of adults over 60. When your glutes are asleep on the job, your lower back has to do all the work, and that's exactly why so many people have chronic back pain and tight hips. So here's how you do it. Just lie on your back, bend your knees, and put your feet flat on the floor. Now push through your heels and lift your hips up until you've got a straight line from your shoulders all the way to your knees. But here's the most important part. At the top, you have to squeeze your glutes. Really focus on that squeeze. That's the signal that wakes up the muscles and retrains that brain connection. Just hold that for about 20 or 30 seconds. Okay, on to number 3. This one takes us back to what should be our body's most natural resting position, the deep squat. You know, it's something we all could do as kids, but most of us lose it. And getting that ability back, man, it's like a magic key that unlocks health for your entire lower body, from your ankles all the way up your back.
And this isn't just about feeling good. This is serious. A study in a major European cardiology journal found a direct link, a strong correlation between not being able to do a deep squat and a shorter life expectancy. I mean, think about that. Just getting this one movement back can have a huge impact.
Now, you don't have to be a hero here. The key is to do it safely. So find something sturdy to hold on to. A doorway, a countertop, whatever works. Stand with your feet a little wider than your shoulders. And then, holding on for support, just lower your hips back and down. Go as low as you can without your heels coming off the floor. Let your arms take as much weight as you need. Just relax into it and hold for 30 seconds. This is all about slow and steady progress.
Okay, we've built the foundation. Now let's move up to the body's grand central station, the hips. Seriously, if your hips are locked up, nothing else in your body can move right. Unlocking them is the secret to getting everything back in alignment.
So, coming in at number 2 is a hold that targets what is probably the single most common problem for modern humans, tight hip flexors. We just sit so much, right? And all that sitting shortens and tightens the muscles at the front of your hips, that pulls your whole pelvis forward, messes up your posture, and puts a ton of pressure on your lower back.
But here's the thing. We're not just going to do a regular lazy stretch. This is an isometric hold. That means while the muscle is in a stretched position, you're going to actively tense it up. And the science on this is crystal clear. Doing it this way leads to 38% better results. Why? Because you're telling your nervous system, hey, it's safe to let go, which allows for a much deeper release.
And that brings us to number 1, the big one, the keystone. This is the hold that ties it all together. It's the one that creates this chain reaction of good things throughout your entire body. So what is it? You might be surprised. The single most important hold for your overall mobility is a doorway chest and shoulder stretch. I know, you're thinking, what does my chest have to do with my hips? Well, everything. Think about how we live, hunched over phones, over keyboards. Our shoulders round forward, our chest gets tight, and that starts a postural domino effect that travels all the way down your spine, messing up your hips, your back, and even your balance. And I'm not just making this up. Check out these numbers from clinical studies. This one move can reduce lower back pain by 58%. It improves hip mobility by 18%, and yeah, it boosts shoulder mobility by 41%. It's true. If you want to unlock your lower body, you have to start by releasing your upper body.
Here's how you do it, and the technique is key. Find a doorway. Put your forearms on the frame, with your elbows bent at about 90 degrees like a goalpost. Now, take a small step forward until you feel a good stretch. Okay, here comes the magic part. Actively press your forearms into the door frame like you're trying to push it apart. Do that for about 20 seconds. Then, just relax the press completely, and as you do, you'll sink a little deeper into the stretch. Hold that for 10 seconds. That little contract-relax trick is like a secret password for your nervous system. It lets the muscles release way more than they ever would otherwise.
So there you have it, the top 5. The wall sit, the glute bridge, the supported squat, the hip flexor hold, and the doorway stretch. The real power comes when you put them all together in a simple daily routine. We're talking 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes a day, and you'll see real, noticeable changes in how you feel and move. Look, the science is solid. The method is simple, it's safe, and it works. These holds offer a direct path back to the way your body is supposed to move. The research has proven it's possible. So the only question that's left is, are you ready to reclaim it?